This morning our city leaders celebrated the Calera Courtyard Alley activation and the grand opening of our fully inclusive playground.
Years ago, we had a vision, and we cast that vision. I can remember a meeting at Central State Bank when we sat down with Chad and Kendall and a few others, and we're like, what do you think? Is this possible? How could we do this? And from there, we just keep planning and growing and figuring it out as we go. And it has been tremendous. One of the very first things, though, that we have completed is this alley. So when Main Street Alabama comes in and they give you suggestions of what you might be able to do to improve your city, to revitalize older spots, is alley activation. And they took pictures of this alley when it was just basically some potholes and a place to fly through to beat the train, right? Some people were behind the train today. And they said, you know, this would be a great thing to start with. And so we did. But I am so proud to tell you that today marks a milestone because this alley is fully activated. No more grants for alley activation because we did it. We started with these string lights. And I tell you, that was a couple of days, maybe one day before Trunk or Treat 2-3 years ago. And we hung these string lights. And you would have thought that we hung the moon because if you'd have told me that a $2,500 investment would make such an impact, I would have been blown away. But that was really the first shot in the arm because it really did mean a lot to our community. It made it safer. You know, when people are walking through the alley, especially one that was still used by vehicular traffic, people felt encouraged. And it was one of the very first steps to showcase that we can hang out down here. And what we're building down here is for community. Well, and then we activated and recreated, restored, I guess is the better word, for this Coca-Cola mural. And we worked with Coca-Cola. We were blessed with their financial support to bring this back to life. It was just a ghost from the 40s, and we're thrilled with that. That was unveiled a year ago, May. And this last year, we have been working on this arch. So I love this arch, and I'd like to call out Sloss Furnace Foundation. That is an amazing nonprofit that designed, fabricated, installed, completed this gorgeous work of art for us to welcome you to the Calera Courtyard. And that was just finished just a few days ago. So that really finishes it, but nothing is finished without some beautification and tying it together. And that's where we have the city of Calera. And the city has been beside us since day one. I need to personally thank our mayor and our council for always believing in us, for always getting behind what we want to do. And it's only a public-private partnership that can be successful. There's no way a small nonprofit could do all this without the backing of a city. The city has supported us and has funded much of what you see. But as a nonprofit, we've been able to go out and request to grant funding, and we've been so blessed to receive a lot of it. This arch was paid for almost completely by the Coaco RC&D Council. And we've got several Coaco folks represented here today. If anybody is here and want to raise their hand, that's a special shout out to you. Thank you so much.
And without this council, a lot of this would be impossible. I can't thank you enough for the help and the vision and the funding, more or less, that the city has poured into this project. It's through the cooperation and the participation of the merchants down here, the property owners down here, the county, the state, all the funding that Main Street is able to come to fruition. It's a vision that we have had prior to my term of being elected back in '08. People said, what are you going to do about downtown Calera? What can you do? What can we do? So the task was tall, and today is just a glimpse of what you see, that the good that the city can come together and produce with the help of all of our partners. Give yourself a round of applause for the great work done for this report. We have a lot of vision. We have a lot of space down here. We do plan on this being our first phase. We plan on, in this current budget that we're we're headed into. We have some money programmed for the beginning of phase 2, which is south of here. I'm looking down this alley and I see some trees. We have some areas down there that we would like to see over this next year cleaned up and maybe rough graded and graveled for parking. We have a big project, which is a CSX railroad overpass right below us. We're gonna push and try to bring that to life with the help of the county and the state. We're able to go across the CSX railroad with a bridge and continue Highway 25, so it'll alleviate some of this heavy truck traffic that's behind me. It'll get some of the big truck traffic off of Highway 31. We have big hopes, we have some big expenses, we have some big obligations, so together I think we can move this thing forward. Thank you for coming today.
We're going to talk about this phenomenal playground behind us. And we have Tom over here from Giffen Recreation who helped us choose and select every single aspect here. And we're very proud of this because this playground represents abilities. Little Tykes has a partner and they like to talk about parallel play so that people of all abilities and ages can play together and enjoy the magic of outdoor play, getting out and having a great time together. And this playground has a lot of neat features for sensory-friendly opportunities. We have a communications board. We have some braille. We have lots of things to touch and feel and see. And it is accessible. That is a tremendous part. There's only 2 small places that are not completely accessible by wheelchair or mobility devices. So that is something I think that we can be very proud of. We've got a lot of representatives here today from the ARC of Shelby County. And I know they're here. Anybody can raise your hand from the ARC? Thank you so very much. Yay! Thank you for being here. They are especially happy that we have put this together because now citizens that live in the southern end of Shelby County don't have to travel so far to get out and have some occupational play and therapy and just enjoy being outside and playing and just having life together. But this has been made possible through a partnership with our city and our county. So I would love our county representatives to come up here. I know Jesselyn is here and Chad is here. I think I heard that Jesselyn wanted to say a few words. So I am going to let, there we go, our Chad, come on. Come on. All right. Our county manager here.
I was telling them a minute ago if I timed it out right with the trains, it would have been the best speech ever. No, we're just glad to be a part of this. It was an opportunity that was brought to us by Main Street Calera, by the mayor's office, the city council, to invest a few bucks into this particular playground. And so the county commission stepped up and added $225,000 to make this happen back here. We couldn't have done it, obviously, without having that opportunity. And so we're looking forward to the other opportunities that are going to come along. We're here and we're committed to trying to invest and make this the best Calera as we can make it. Every resident of Calera is a resident of Shelby County, and so we certainly want to make sure that we're investing in the future of Calera. Thanks, y'all.